Hi, I'm Emily Barker in the bunker. Well, another major milestone has been reached in the Heathcote Ridge project, the largest Aboriginal owned and run project in Australia. Here to talk about it with me today is Gandangara Local Aboriginal Land Council CEO Jack Johnson. Jack, thank you for joining me today.
Good day, Emily. Thanks for the invitation. Appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. Well, I guess firstly, where's the development up to?
Yeah, after 4 years of progress and a pretty large investment to date, we've submitted an application to the Department of Planning, undergone a very long and thorough public consultation process, responded to the public's questions and thoughts on the project, got that information into the department. It's now ready for the department to put a recommendation up to the Minister. All being well, we're hoping to hear a positive response from the Minister by the end of the year at the latest.
Okay, now there have been some significant changes from the original plan. What sort of changes have you made?
Yeah, based on what the public has asked of us, we've gone back and redesigned much of the project. We initially started with about 5,000 residential homes. We've reduced that down to about 2,400. We've reduced the employment initiative lands. We've increased the conservation park now so that it's now about 2/3 of the entire property, where originally it was around about just under half. So there's been major increases on behalf of conservation, reductions in the money income generation from the project, but we think it's a really good balance, which has been a tough ask. We've really tried to do this in line with public needs.
You've had a couple of, I guess, concerns raised about the Aboriginal sites and the heritage sites levelled at the Aboriginal Land Council. How do you respond to those sorts of concerns?
Look, I suppose at first I was stunned, but then I realised the Aboriginal community in Australia is very broad-based. It's a mix of thoughts and attitudes. Everyone has the right to their opinion. We listen to everyone. We've acted in what we believe is Aboriginal Australia's best interest. We've spent a lot of time and resources analysing and documenting all the cultural heritage sites on the land. We have those documented. We've gone to great lengths to ensure that we wouldn't be developing anywhere near those sites, and I can make an ironclad guarantee that those sites will be protected on behalf of all of our people.
You mentioned before that the conservation is now 2/3 of the site. How do you plan to manage that area in the future?
No, a really good question. And to a certain extent, it's beyond my pay scale. We've had to stage the implementation of the project so that we can generate the funds required to implement the conservation park. We're going well outside our own human resource footprint and seeking expert advice from other people and other organisations well versed in conservation protection. Our aim is to generate the funds that will return the land to its pristine state and then manage that land ongoing forever with those funds.
So you've reduced the footprint. Will you be still delivering, I guess, the promised community infrastructure?
Yep, we've reduced the development footprint, but that hasn't enabled us to reduce any of the infrastructure costs. Current figures to date are we'll be allocating in excess of $100 million towards infrastructure that the wider Sydney Basin community can benefit from there.
Okay, this is just such a huge milestone, I guess, for the Aboriginal community. It's a significant milestone for the Aboriginal community.
This is a step that will equal that step on the moon, in my opinion. This is what will take Aboriginal Australia from the current perceptions of Aboriginal Australians to a new place. This will enable Aboriginal Australia to take its place at the business end of town and to become an integrated part of Australian society. So we will be generating for and on behalf of not only Aboriginal Australians, but all Australians.
And you're planning this, I guess, for your grandchildren?
Absolutely. Look, this is such a large project. It's a state significant project with the current government, so that indicates its size and importance. But it'll be an ongoing project for 15 plus years. It will generate in excess of $1 billion for Aboriginal Australians. We've already got a future fund there to protect those funds, and this will be about changing the status of Aboriginal people in the Australian community's eyes and changing our own worth internally. Don't forget, if you come from a deficit model, after time you take that persona on, this will enable us as people to move from that to a much better place.
Oh, it's a fantastic project. Where to from here now? What's the next step? From
here, we anxiously await the Minister's response to the Department's recommendations. If that's in the affirmative, if we get the go-ahead to go, we're ready to start moving earth from about midway next year. So it's about getting cracking and getting the job done. It'll be done in stages. We invite inquiry from everyone who may have an interest to come and talk to us, and anyone with thoughts and ideas, we invite them to come and present those thoughts to us. But it's an ongoing long-term project, so step by step.
Well, Jack, thank you very much for joining me in the bunker and telling us all about this amazing project.
Thanks very much for the invitation.
And of course, if you'd like more information, you can visit the New South Wales Department of Planning website.